Generative AI is a new technology that is changing the world. It is like the invention of electricity or the internet. It is a type of artificial intelligence that can create new content like text, images, video, audio, and software code. This technology can help you do things that were previously thought impossible, like creating realistic images, writing music, or generating personalized stories, educational materials, and more. And you don't need to be an expert in these fields to use generative AI. When ChatGPT was first released in November 2022, it put generative AI into the spotlight. People from all over the world in all sorts of industries started paying attention to this technology. It quickly became well known in many different areas. In this video, I am going to show you what generative AI is and how you can use it to create amazing things. ChatGPT and Google Bard are two text-based tools that can generate text that is similar to human conversation. Midjourney, which can create images from your text instructions. GitHub Copilot, which can help you write computer code. And Synthesia, which can create realistic videos from text inputs. Check out this example. The video you are about to see was made with a generative AI tool.
Take a look at this video featuring me. I'm not physically present and reading from a script. The visuals and narration were actually generated using an AI video generator tool called HeyGen that uses generative AI to create videos.
Generative AI tools use machine learning models to create different kinds of contents, like text, images, or videos. A machine learning model is like a virtual brain that learns from examples. There are different kinds of generative AI models. Some of these models can understand text and generate text outputs. Some models can understand text and generate images. There are multimodal systems that can understand text and images. Text models, also known as large language models, are a type of machine learning model that can understand and generate human-like text. They are trained on massive amount of text data, so they can learn the patterns, structures, and the meanings of the language. Text models are particularly good at tasks like language understanding, text completion, and text generation. The term large in the large language model refers to the size of the model's neural network architecture. The larger the model, the more capable it is of understanding the context, semantics, and the relationships between words and phrases. These language models are trained on a huge collection of text from the internet. This includes books, Wikipedia articles, web pages, news articles, and conversations from forums and social media. The goal of the training on such a large data set is to expose the model to a wide range of language patterns, styles, and information. This helps the model to generate human-like text and that is relevant to the context and versatile. For example, ChatGPT is powered by a large language model called GPT, which was developed by a company called OpenAI. Google Bard is powered by a model called Gemini. How can we interact with these models? You can interact with these models by sending them text instructions. These instructions are called prompts. You can send prompts to the models through a web interface, a mobile app, or using application programming interface or APIs. These models will then produce the responses based on your prompt. Let us learn how to use web tools to access these models. Platforms like ChatGPT and Google Bard make GenAI available to everyone, even if you don't know how to code. You can just go to their websites like chat.openai.com or bard.google.com and start using them. Generative AI can be used to make business applications more powerful and efficient. Companies like OpenAI and Google provide APIs that developers can use to integrate these powerful language models into their business applications. For example, you can use generative AI to automate customer feedback collection, analyze data, and generate actionable recommendations. Generative AI has been around since 1950s. In 2010s, deep learning and neural networks helped the concept become more popular. Breakthroughs like generative adversarial networks and transformers allowed the machines to generate more realistic content. And in 2020, the release of OpenAI's GPT model and ChatGPT tool showed that the machines can now generate human-like text. Generative AI can be used for a variety of tasks in different fields. We should think of generative AI differently than search engines like Google. Search engines are designed to find information that already exists. Generative AI, on the other hand, is designed to create new information. We should think of generative AI as a creative tool, not as a fact checking machine. It can help us be more productive and creative by automating tasks that we would otherwise have to do ourselves. Let us explore some of the common tasks that generative AI can help you with. Gen AI tools can help you create and personalize content. For example, you can use these tools to write emails, articles, or any other type of writing project. You can also use them to generate outlines and ideas. Writers can use these tools to help them overcome writer's block. Consider this situation. You find yourself needing to send an email to a potential client to follow up on a proposal you recently presented. To generate an email, I opened the ChatGPT website and entered the following prompt. You recently submitted a proposal to a potential client for a project or service. ChatGPT created a basic email because it did not have enough details. If you share more information about your project, it can create a more useful email. Here is another situation. Assume I am a writer and working on a story, and I have reached a point where I am stuck and unsure how to continue. I am looking for help brainstorming the ideas. So I asked ChatGPT for the help. So I give the situation in my story where I am stuck and I don't know how to continue, and ask, what do you think should happen next? With ChatGPT, you can get a lot of ideas on how to keep your story going. It can really help you think things through and keep the writing process flowing. Gen AI tools can help you read and understand text. They can change the text you write, and they can make the summaries of complicated text or documents. You can send them the text or a PDF document and they will give you the summary. For example, I found this article on Yahoo News to be difficult for me to understand. So I asked Google Bard to summarize it, and I was surprised how well it did. Here is the prompt I use. Can you summarize the story? Please present the key points in a bulleted list, and I give the link to the Yahoo News website. Bard read the webpage and summarize the most important points in a way that was easy to understand. You need to be careful not to send the personal information or company confidential documents to these tools, as you may not be aware of how they are using this information. These tools can also be used to translate content from one language to a different language. For example, I received the email written in French, which I cannot read. So I asked Bard to translate it for me. See the result. So it translated the email in French language to English. Keep in mind that AI translation may not be 100% accurate. So it is a good idea to double check them yourself or ask someone else to review them. Let us talk about AI chatbots. ChatGPT and Google Bard are the two examples of chatbots that can understand and respond to human language. Now, companies are building chatbots that can do more than just have conversations. These specialized chatbots can automate tasks like helping customers with their orders or providing account information. For instance, Bank of America's chatbot Erica can be used to manage finances. Erica can help with variety of tasks including check account balances, transferring money, and setting bill reminders. Erica can also be used to manage investments and make payments. Generative AI is a powerful tool that can be used to create new and innovative content. However, it is important to use generative AI responsibly and to be aware of its limitations. One limitation of generative AI is that it can be biased. This is because generative AI models are trained on large data sets of text, images, and code. These datasets can contain biased data, which can lead the generative AI model perpetuating existing biases. For example, a generative AI model trained on a dataset of news articles may produce text that is biased against certain group of people. Another limitation of generative AI is that it can be inaccurate. This is because generative AI models are not perfect. They can make mistakes just like humans. So it is important to check the accuracy of any information you get from a generative AI tool. Finally, it is important to be aware of the potential for misuse of generative AI. These models can be used to create content that is deceptive or harmful. For example, a generative AI model could be used to create fake news articles or to generate images that are sexually suggestive or violent. In the end, AI tools can help us be more creative, improve our work, and complete tasks more quickly. As AI tools continue to advance, we can expect to discover even more ways to use them to boost our productivity and creativity. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed learning about generative AI. See you in the next video. Goodbye.